A poor fatherless boy jostling for food. A grand philanthropist who would change the future of thousands of poor people. One child among 6 in a forgotten part of Orissa. A visionary voted the most revered man of Orissa. Who could have guessed that a hopeless child amongst the millions that make up our country would grow up to be one of its leading achievers? This is a true story of India shining. This is the world he created, an international school and a technical institution on par with the nation's best. And a high school, model village, medical clinics and social science institutions, all for those children like him that the rest of the world had forgotten. In the span of a decade, where there was barren ground, there are now proud monuments of learning, where everyone saw poverty, illiteracy and despair. Dr. Achyuta Samanta has built hope and promise. But how did a man with nothing create a kingdom?
We keep hearing about being the change that you are, and a single man can bring about the change. You know, they were all thoughts, they are all said across, but you can experience it out here. Every step that you take and every move, every decision that's taken, it just shows you that what an individual can do is just amazing. You know?
It can be a case study. I mean, it's still a mystery to students how a single man can manage everything and really go from two-room ITI to a big university like this.
Dr. Samanta's journey began in the remote village of Kalara Banko. And like everything he has touched, this village too has prospered.
It was in my mind from my childhood to do something for the society. Society means poorest of the poor people. And I was brought up by selling coconut, banana, etc., in the local market. In one sentence, I can tell you, you believe me or may not believe me. One could not expect such type of poverty-stricken childhood the way we entire family members had experienced in our childhood. That's why I have been doing so much for this village. I think the place I was born, I should take care of the things as far as possible on my part.
High school, English medium school, Thana, light.
It was horrible. Even if I tell the naked truth, public may not believe after seeing my present situations. Only you can know from the villagers in how much condition I was there. God is great.
Dr. Samanta's childhood experiences spurred the idea of a school for tribals where they could learn, build careers and discover their potential. At the time, he was a simple chemistry lecturer.
Initially, suppose if you want to know more, initially when it started, I generally borrowed hand loans from my friends, well-wishers, etc. 10,000, 20,000, 1 lakh, 50,000, etc., etc. Because you know at that time bank was not so liberalized and people were not also flooded with money the way at present. So I borrowed hand loans, etc., etc. And at one point of time the hand loan was more than 14 lakhs and there was no way to pay back the loan and every person demanded to get back his money and at one point of time I decided to commit suicide because there was no other way to pay back the loan, and I have no background, no backing, no banking and anything else. Then one bank sanctioned loan on my face value, 25 lakhs, so then it went on.
The pinnacle of Dr. Samant's contribution to the community in the field of education are the Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology and the Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences. KIIT today is one of the nation's finest technical institutes and funds the development of KISS. Growing from Samanta's kindergarten and high schools, KISS is dedicated to the poorest of children, particularly those from the tribal areas of Orissa and the neighboring states. Even to the casual observer, what sets Samanta's KIIT and KISS apart from others like it is that students are constantly encouraged to aim for the highest, as Samanta has done in his own life. The result? KIIT is ranked number 6 in terms of placements amongst institutions throughout the country.
It's one of those courses which is not readily found in India right now. There are only 2 or 3 colleges who are initiating it, and I'm very lucky to get into this course here.
No, but basically you're from Delhi and you've seen the best of business schools.
Right.
Now, do you see any kind of difference here, any interesting, distinctive mark?
The kind of education he's providing, especially in the rural specialization which I'm doing, it is totally different from the normal business schools because it's being a sectorial MBA. The kind of education, the kind of trainings we're getting are like totally different. And we have 9 months of training, which is not right now prevalent in any other colleges.
KIIT is totally different. It's just not a campus. It's more than a campus. It's a life. It's a learning that you get at KIIT. That's more important. Like I was just talking to one of my friends. This is a space for every possible thing. There's space for social activism. There's place for intellectuals. There's space for sportsmen. There's place for musicians. So this is like one roof where you can explore as many things as you want. So it's the kind of learning that you get in a campus like this that provides us the space.
KISS, with its strong student body of achievers from only the poorest, most remote tribals of the country, is a legend in the making. From just 50 students 10 years ago, there are over 7,000 tribal students in KISS today. All of them get free education from the very basic kindergarten or KG level to the specialized postgrad or PG level. Free boarding, free textbooks, food and healthcare.
खाना पीना व्यवस्था सब जाक ठीक अच्छे फिर चौलदार कौन असुविधा नहीं पिलार ट्रिटमेंट सब भल अच्छे बोले सर आम कलाहांडी एठिकी भुवनेश्वर आनिक आम पे छड़ाई दिया निया देख रेख अनेक गुड़ी कथा बापा माँ भाया मास्टर मैंने सब चलीचे सर फिर ट्रिटमेंट लगी आमके खूब भल लगुचे
सदरे आमर भी पुअर परिवारटा जेहेतु आम आदिवासी निश्चय से दलित आदिवासी आम पढ़ाई ये पैसा वैसा हमें ना तो जिते सुविधा गोटे मिलूँ सार तो एत बड़ लोक माने सम्मान करने कहीं नहांती जमी लगे माखिसन एत बड़ फैमिली ये रही आम बहुत भल लगे आ सार एत अपरचुनिटी आम क्या मिल पारे न मिल पारे कि आम पाई बहुत धन्यवाद कर बेस ना प्राइमरी लेवल जाती पुणी रही जाती सहज तो दारिद्र्यता दिन मजूरी गुड़ाक अधिक पढ़ा पाखे ये भी न था पैसा पत्र जहाँफल से 10th पास से कॉलेज जाके चांस न था हाई स्कूल भी पिला पाद पकई पारती अभिका तो सरकारी केते उद्यम हेले भितरिया अंचल से सब हो पारुनी तो सार अपॉर्चुनिटी सर बहुत पिला सेपट आम एरिया बहुत पिला से पढ़ुंट
No reason to doubt that he is a person who is a visionary and wants to do such a good to the society, leave alone his, and I think he has no personal interest. That's the biggest thing you can find in person him. And every time I work closely with him, every time I talk to him, I'm getting more and more convinced that I'll spend my lifetime remaining, going to be with him.